And Jesus says the miracle has been given, so let's accept it in gratitude. Gratitude that Jesus always knows the way and always knows how to guide us. So we thank you, Jesus. Thank you for continuing to show us throughout the day today your truth, which is our truth. This desire has no value. And if anyone would like to share maybe what you heard, what Jesus taught you during this session, specifically about this desire and miracle, we'd love to hear it. And I'll just start out quickly by saying, he showed me in the beginning how I feel. I like to pretend I'm like a little ant in a world of giants, and I'm way too small, way too weak to have salvation rest on my decision. So I like to say I'll pass on that and give me something different. But he just showed with the miracle, and really being decisive about it. I do have the power to command it. I do have the power to demand the healing, and he just reminded me to continue to use that. So thank you.
He was showing me that this is such a, oops, sorry, Josie, that this is such the miracle for this particular desire is such a refocusing and movement from fragmentation, separation, to coming from wholeness. And when that happens, when that miracle was happening, it was just all that sense of separation, or I'm a little ant, like you were saying, David, or I'm unimportant. I mean, how could all this on me? So yeah, this again and again, there's just this recognition of not valuing of the actual nothingness of fragmentation, the separation, and in contrast to that experience of wholeness. Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Mary. Josie, did you want to share?
Yes. I noticed, I'm newer at it, but I noticed that the ego is using tricks on me, jumping right in and trying to answer the questions with negative things like, no, that's not you, you can't do it, that's not true. And a popular one that was used on me today was, you don't know what they're talking about. In this case, like, you don't know what salvation is, so you better go and look it up, which would be a distraction because you'd have to open your eyes, go to the book, read about it, it'd throw you right off the meditation. So then I heard like a deeper voice that said, don't do that. You could always look it up later and do this instead because you're joined. And I got a beautiful visual of I was in an elevator with all of you. And there was the little man that used to run the elevators. And he's taken us down, and you're going down, whether, regardless of what that ego is saying. And in the joining is how I was able to keep going down and down and down in the elevator. So the visual was really potent to me, that I didn't have to listen to that ego answering. I was in the elevator with all of you, and we were going down. Who was driving that elevator? I'm not sure. Maybe it was David because he's the leader, or maybe it was Jesus. I don't know about that, but anyway, thanks for letting me be joined with you to have the deeper experience.
Thank you for joining, Josie, and for sharing,
Thank you.
and for letting me run the elevator. Would anybody else like to share?
Yeah, he showed me the power of decision and just seeing how when I'm saying yes, that I get instant relief. He provides instant relief. And then that's so I can rest and let this, let him take me all the way to the miracle, ever so swiftly and gently. And then it's just seeing everyone's, how sometimes it feels kind of like solid. And then that starts to it just starts to feel more and more open to the point where it's just like total openness and total light. And everyone's kind of smiling and sharing. And, there's just that, I'm just witnessing or seeing the joy in my brother, the innocence in just saying yes without delay. It's like on my decision. Oh, okay, well, when is that decision gonna happen? If I'm not making it right now, when's that decision gonna happen? In 5 minutes? And so when you were saying like, let's see that we have the power to right now I command this to have a miracle right now. It's like a ball of light just inside bursts, and that goes beyond, but it's like this instant recognition of how powerful we are joined. Thank you.
Thank you, Renee.